Is it possible to leave our planet and travel around in different parts of space? That's the major question of mankind, and to answer this question, many experts are doing research for decades. Human beings are very curious to know every single thing around them, and space is a completely different environment to be discussed. Many questions come to our mind when we talk about space, like, are we ever going to be able to spend our lives on different planets? Stay connected with us to find out how we are going to spend our life on planet Mars, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get notifications for all these exciting videos about space. Mars is the fourth planet in our solar system and a neighbor of our Earth. That's why scientists are extremely interested in this planet, and they believe that about 3 billion years ago, there was water on the red planet. But today, almost all water on Mars mostly exists in the form of ice, and a small portion of it exists as vapor in the atmosphere. This could be a piece of life-changing news for us because water is the main source to survive on any planet. But still, there are many questions which haunt the mankind, like how we are going to survive there in harsh temperatures like 85 degrees Fahrenheit. And the most devastating question is that how we are going to survive on a planet which contains only 0.16% of. Scientists are hopeful that they can somehow find a way to create artificial oxygen on the red planet so we can live there, and the richest person on Earth, Elon Musk, is very eager to go there, as he said in an interview that he wants to die on Mars. The real Tony Stark, Elon Musk, and his company SpaceX are trying their best to put on hard efforts to colonize mankind on Mars, and it is very much expected that we are going to reach the red planet by 2030. And for this purpose, SpaceX has created the Starship spacecraft and Super Heavy rocket, which is a reusable transportation system capable of on-orbit refueling and leveraging Mars's natural H2O and CO2 resources to refuel on the surface of Mars. Starship launches with Starship Super Heavy booster that separates and returns to Earth. Life on Mars would be very exciting and yet still mysterious as well, because there are still chances that some creatures could be living there and we are still unable to find or to contact them. And yes, NASA's Curiosity rover observed a mixture of carbon isotopes in the rocks of Gale crater, a place on Mars that, if seen on Earth, would be a sign of life. The rover has also witnessed both random and seasonal surges of methane, a gas on Earth that is predominantly produced biologically, so these are some signals, or you can say red signals, that maybe Martians could be real. This question is still unanswered, but it's going to be crazy if Elon and the other astronauts went to Mars. In our fantasies, Mars has almost always been inhabited, if not by aliens, then at least by our future selves. But even today, when our technology has reached the heights of success, we are not yet able to go there. Our Earth is not always going to be our permanent home, because as the fossil fuels are decreasing, and in about 4 to 7 billion years from now, there would be no life on Earth. This duration can even get smaller as we are overpolluting this blue planet, and nobody can expect that when it is going to be the last day of mankind on this planet. So, it is specifically important for us to think fast to find a new permanent place for our future generations. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, then don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you can watch these exciting videos on our channel.
Do it!
Mars is different from Earth, but if we have to live there, then we'll need self-sustaining water, food, and oxygen to survive on Mars. Extracting water locked up in ice will be crucial, but with the recent discovery of flowing water on Mars, may not be too difficult. NASA is developing an excavator device that is designed to mine water, ice, and fuel from planetary soil. There are also some plans to send a water extractor to heat the soil until the water evaporates. The water will then be condensed and stored, the dry soil expelled, and the process repeated. Food needs to be harvested, but this is going to be a real challenge to do farming in space. You can't just grow crops on the surface of Mars and sprinkle water on them, because the water will fly around in microgravity and can damage the interior of spacecraft. A special growing environment or system is extremely necessary, which is going to control the amount of carbon dioxide released and also control the number of fertilizers given to the crops. NASA is also working on a new technology which is going to print food. Yes, you heard right. To print food, they are developing a 3D printer which is going to mold protein, starch, and fats into shapes, and also to add flavors in it. Pretty interesting, right? Plants might be used to create oxygen, and human waste is going to be recycled to provide essential nutrients for the crops. Our bodies work differently in space, even the way our blood flows. On Earth, gravity drags bodily fluids downwards, but in space, this doesn't happen. So the heart has to work harder to pump out more blood and more fluids accumulate in the head, putting extra pressure on the eyes, and our muscles also face difficulties when in zero gravity. And to overcome these enormous problems, astronauts have to do plenty of exercises to keep the muscles in complete movement, and to be honest, it would be difficult for every person to do these exercises regularly. Space is not a joke, and it is going to be exciting as well as difficult for mankind to take such a big step to populate another planet, because this never happened before. Our world is so small if we compare it with the whole universe, and to understand every single portion of this mysterious space, we still need a large amount of time. Maybe billions of years are required for us to completely travel the universe, and for that, a lot of information and research is required. We hope best for the mankind and its future. So, this was today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, then don't forget to give this video a big like.